Hi, and welcome back to PJ, his daughter. You know, as God has taken me along this journey, He's taught me so many things. And so as I learn various lessons, I try to share some of those with you in hopes that the lessons I've learned, you can also learn from them. Maybe without having to go through the difficult experiences of learning that lesson. One of the things that happened in my life, if I don't know if you've ever heard the idiomatic expression that may be used in business and in your personal life that sounds positive but is stated with the express intent to demean by a negative connotation. And one such term is "you are a Pollyanna." And Pollyanna is the name of a character in a book. I think it was a Disney movie many years back, who was a very positive person. And no matter what challenges, what she faced in her life, she had a way of spinning that negative to make it positive. And so it stated about someone to describe their inability to see the world as it is. In other words, a person who wears what we call rose-tinted glasses so as to see the world better than what it really is. I admit that I have been called a Pollyanna on more than one occasion, and not in a good way. The characterization I do accept now and state in a positive way because it comes by virtue of the forgiveness and love of Jesus, imputed by the power of the Holy Spirit, who continues to the work He has begun in me, and a work that's far from finished. The world cannot and does not understand when they hear statements from us as Christians like, in the midst of sorrow we can find peace for our souls, or we have peace without understanding, or we have the joy of the Lord. And when we look around in the world and the culture that we see in the world today, if you stop and think about it, it is something probably very difficult for others to understand. How can you have a smile, or how can you have that peace with all that's going on in the world today? You know, when I first heard this term about myself, I experienced hurt as I understood well the slight and intent to sting. However, one day God, in His mercy, spoke to my heart through His Word and by His Holy Spirit. And He reminded me of how oftentimes He speaks with promises to comfort and to reassure us and gives us these promises. He tells me, "Fear not, delight yourself in my word. My joy is your strength. Your Lord is your strength. I am your shield and buckler. When you have done all that you can do, stand and see my hand at work. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Treat others as you desire to be treated. Love your neighbor as yourself. Do all work as though you work for me. Yea, though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will be with you to bring you comfort. I am your God, and I do all things well. Do not fret, but come to me in prayer and supplication with all your needs. You are more than a conqueror in me. I go before you to prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies. And remember, I am with you always, even until the ends of the earth." Wow, what beautiful promises and assurances that gives us that joy. My friend, it's not that I am blind or my ears deaf, nor do I wear rose-tinted glasses. I do see this world and the evil in it, and I hear the cries of the poor and the oppressed. I have experienced pain, suffered loss. I've been sick, felt the attacks of the enemy on my soul. I've cried myself to sleep from harsh words, both that I said and that has been said to me. I've prayed over sick children. I've wondered how God was going to provide our next meal. I've wondered how I was going to pay my next mortgage payment. I know in and of myself I can do nothing. Some challenges are overwhelming, as it was for the children of Israel when they were pushed right up to the edge of the Red Sea as Pharaoh chased after them to kill them. But God, yes, but God showed up, and he, through the obedience of one man, Moses, parted the Red Sea so the children of Israel could walk through on dry land. When Pharaoh would have followed after them, and when he and his men and his chariots were halfway across the Red Sea, suddenly the walls of water collapsed in upon them, and the horse and the rider was thrown into the sea. So when the Red Sea challenges of my life show up, and when I feel I am pressed in to the very banks and oftentimes already in the sea, I call to the one who hears. He will part the sea for me. I trust that he is the same yesterday, today, and in all my tomorrows, for my God changes not. I put on my best smile and faith, and when I've done all I know to do, I stand and I watch while God parts my Red Sea. Yes, I am a Pollyanna, believing God is and will reward those who diligently seek him. He answers my prayers according to his purposes, and it is for me to remain positive, trusting him, to smile, trust, be joyful, his joy that he gives. Be full of love. Encourage others. Believe and stand in faith, knowing that all things work together for those who believe, and all things are possible to those who come to him in belief. Yes, a Pollyanna, so you may be. We have to believe God. His word is truth, and he tells us not to fret. Can I get a witness?